So you surely know the game Hill Climb Racing, truly one of the OG mobile games. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be this poor little guy driving alone in his old little car inside the freaking volcano? There's just one little problem. Hill Climb Racing is a 2D game, and we can't see in 2D because we are 3D, and 2D is... So I guess I'm gonna be making my own Hill Climb Racing, but I'm gonna do it in 3D and in first person. Let's begin by creating a new Unity project and adding Cube. Now, in order to have a functioning car, we need physics. So I started by coding some suspensions. There are several ways in which you can do this, but I opted for a raycast-based method. We just need to simulate the force and the shock absorption of a spring. And we do that by... I don't know, it's physics, beats me. We just use this code, I guess. Anyway, this gives us a functioning suspension system. Let's just slap on some wheels and now we have a car. And finally, after adding some steering, we can now drive around. But it feels like we're driving on ice right now because there's no friction. So that calls for even more physics. You know, stuff like forward and sideways drag, Ackerman steering, gear ratios, slip ratio and traction force. Hold on a minute, I just realized I'm dumb. We don't need any of this as the car will only go forward and backward, which means physics go by, and this leaves us with an arcade car that roughly resembles Hill Climb Racing. But this car kind of sucks. I mean, it's just a cube with 4 wheels, so I guess I'm gonna be making my own car. But then I remembered that I absolutely suck at 3D modeling, which means... Hey man, I really need a... No. Come on, it's just a basic car. Well, thanks. I left out liters and yams. See ya. In the meantime, I guess we can start working on some actual levels so we have an actual game. The first thing I did was hop onto Blender and start making a level by hand. But there was a problem with that. The levels in Hill Climb Racing are infinite, so we can't just make them by hand because that would take, well, forever. So instead, we'll have to use some procedural generation. So here's the plan. We use Berlin noise to generate a random curve, which we then translate into 3D, and that's gonna be our path. There's just one little problem. I don't know how to do any of that, which is kinda important, so... Luckily for us, the internet is full of smart people like Sebastian League, so all we gotta do is follow his tutorial about procedural world generation. And by that, I mean we do a little bit of code appropriation. The only problem is that this function was made for 2D Berlin noise, which generates a 2D map. So in order to generate a curve, I'll have to remove one of the D's. After that, I spent some time working on a basic curve editor, which, again, turns out to be pretty hard to do. Luckily for us, the internet is full of smart people like Sebastian League, who has a great tutorial about the curve editor. More code appropriation. So now that we have everything we need, we just have to generate the path that follows the values of the Berlin noise. And now that we have a curve, we just need to generate a 3D mesh. Luckily for us, the internet is full of smart people like Sebastian. Anyway, here it is, our brand new level generator, where 99% of the code is definitely not stolen from someone else. Thank you, Sebastian. To make sure we get the same map every time, we use a seed for world generation. This also ensures we end up with a playable level and not something like this. After that, I did a gas can which can be used to refill our tank and some coins, and it looks like the text is backwards. I guess I didn't think that far when I made them in Blender. It is what it is. Let's just make them generate on the path. And I think we're pretty much done with map generation. And hey, would you look at that? Our brand new car model is done. Just in time. Now we just need to position the camera inside the car, add some UI, and some sound effects, of course. And I happen to know the perfect website that contains sound effects ripped straight from video games. Oh no, forget I said that. But you know, I think it's still missing one important detail. 10 out of 10, just add the golden watch and some sunglasses and now have a 100% Coca-Cola experience. Next, I want to add some car upgrades, so I need to modify the car script. To keep things simple, I decided to add 4 types of car upgrades: engine, suspensions, tires, and air control. We also need an upgrade script, but first I'm going to create a new scene for upgrading your car. And I just so happened to have found this garage model online, which is exactly what I needed. So... it seems the model is missing a few textures, but that should be a pretty easy fix. Then I added some lighting, I put a car on a platform and added the menu right next to it. But I think it could still use some extra oomph, if you know what I mean. There we go. And with this music, we have a 100% Balkan experience. To make it look more like Hill Climb Racing, we're also tracking flips and backflips, as well as total air return. But there is still one important thing left. There is no way to lose the game right now. If you flip a car car or run out of gas, you are basically stuck forever. So I went ahead and added a neck to make sure there's something you can break. Actually, who wants to be the guy without the neck, am I right? To make it more convincing, I added this bleeding full screen shaker effect from Sasquatch P Studios, as well as this little camera animation to make it look more like a broken neck. Finally, I added this nice animation at the end with all the stats from our current run. And there we go, here we are racing in first person. But I think it could still use some finishing touches. Oh, so I added a distance tracker for the car, as well as distance milestones that you work with extra cash. Then I added 2 more unlockable levels. The first one is a highway level where gas is hard to come by, so you need to maintain your speed to reach the next milestone. The second one is a night version of the highway, which, okay, this looks pretty spooky. It's almost like I'm playing a horror game and fucking Freddy's gonna jump out of nowhere. And I guess we're finally done, right? Is it just me? Or is the car tilting to the right? Okay, this is definitely not good. But hey, look at those nice breakdance moves. Oh no. Oh no, it keeps getting faster. We're running out of gas and it's still accelerating. Hypersonic speed. Light speed. We're breaking the time space continuum and entering another dimension. And it ran out of gas. Yeah, I think the game has some problems. I just hope it's gonna be an easy fix.
1 week later.
Well, I'm never making a car game again. You see, Unity region bodies have this little checkbox called freeze rotation, which, as the name implies, should freeze rotation on that axis. Well, that was a fucking lie. So after 1 week of work, thousands of Google searches, and a couple of Coke cans, I finally managed to fix the game. I hope. If anything breaks, just blame Unity. I'll call it done. Now I can finally take a break and go outside for a change.
2 dias resolve, a gente bota 3. 2 dias resolve, a gente bota o terceiro dia.
Comendo batatinha.
It's burning! So it looks like I'm gonna be stuck inside for the time being, since going outside feels like entering the seventh circle of hell. Literally. But it sent help. Luckily, I still have these Oculus from my university, so it looks like we're gonna make Hilcamp Racing in VR. I just hope they don't realize I stole this from there. Anyway, VR port it is. Here we go. So here's a quick rundown of how to make a VR port in Unity. 1. Install the Oculus, the MetaQuest app and connect the device to your PC. 2. Install the XR Interaction Toolkit package and make sure to also include starter assets. 3. Add the XR origin, then also add some hands. 4. Replace all the existing controls with VR-specific ones and make sure that every UI canvas is set to world space, since overlay isn't gonna work in VR. And that's it, you should be good to go. Don't worry, your house isn't gonna explode, but your game might. But with some extra work, we now hit.
Goodbye, computer.
Hilcamp Racing in VR for the first time ever. So, what are you waiting for? Let's see some gameplay. Let's
Tem que
see.
ficar de olho nele. Davi tem de tudo, porque o Davi é menina, Davi Aí Davi começou a falar que perguntar se ele vai inglês, mas não respondeu.
It's not as bad as they thought. Oh, no! Okay, that's pretty extreme. Okay, now it's the first big hill. And, yeah. And now, we do a backflip. Oh! That was close. We're pretty far already. 3 kilometers. Oh, no! Oh! Let's get some up. So, I never told you before, but there's this secret little button here, which can be used to get a shit ton of cash. That looks good to me. Okay, now it's accelerating so much faster. Holy sh! Oh my god! It's so hard to control! Holy f***! No! No! Those flips! Okay, let's go! Control. No!
Swiper down.
Yeah, this one, the 9th level. Damn, this is very spooky. Why Why the fuck is this still on? Okay, no. I needed gas. No, I need to go back and get the gas. Oh, yes. Whoa. Okay, but we reach it. Yes. No! What? How? If you want to try the games out, they are available for free on itch.io. Also, I just started a new Discord channel, so make sure to join if you want to hang out and talk about games and stuff. Link is in the description. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're getting really close to 1,000 subs, and getting monetized would really help me feed my code Zero Addiction. That's all for today. See you in the next one.
Não é aquele produto que tem que botar mil vezes no cabelo, tirar, enxaguar. Não, é só uma vez. Ela lava o cabelo, ela lava o cabelo, bota hidratação de 5 minutos, enxágua. Peraí que eu tô pensando com o vovô.